that reference is not there yet. People are not seeing. So if that happens, then you can connect this. Okay, yes.
Hello everyone. Today my presentation topic is a comparison of classical tragedy and absurd theater. So let's begin. This is my personal information, table of content, and research questions and hypothesis. First, research question: in what way do classical tragedy and absurd theater differ in their themes, structure, and portrayal of human existence, and how do these different reflect changing philosophical and literary perspectives? Hypothesis: classical tragedy and absurd theater both explore human suffering and fate, but while classical tragedy emphasizes destiny and catharsis, absurd theater reject traditional narrative structure, highlighting Chow's meaninglessness and existential uncertainty. So first, introduction. Classical tragedy. Classical tragedy, based on Aristotle poetics, follow a structure plot focusing on moral order, human responsibility, and emotional it emphasizes the downfall of a tragic hero due to a fatal flaw, hamartia. Then absurd theater. Yeah, absurd theater reflect post World War II existentialism. It rejects logical plots and explore fragmented, meaningless existence. Characters struggle with confusion and disappear in a world without inherent meaning. Key characteristic of classical tragedy. According to Aristotelian structure, tragedy is a belief in a three part of his structure. First is the unity of time. According to Aristotelian opinion, unity of time is that means tragedy is drama is performed in the one single time, because audience audience focus and intensity is very important in this tragedy. And then second is a unity of place. That means w- when tragedy or any drama is performed, so that time one location is very single location is very important, which help to maintain coherence. Then unity of actions. The plot should follow a single line of actions. That means no have a more part of drama. Uh, so with a clear beginning, middle, and end, connected by a logical cause and effects sequence. The structure help to maintain dramatic tension and clarity. Then second is a tragic hero with hamartia. We also aware about that, how he the central character he's a go to successful to a downfall, and in this hamartia, for in this hero is a journey is include two part, like peripetia and anagnoresis. According to Aristotle, peripetia is that means I mentioned that a hero is a suddenly follow the good situation to bad situation. So this is a peripetia, a reversal of fortune caused by the hero's flow, shifting the story from success to failure. And then agnoresis, in that time, when center character he's realized that he's a something done by anger or ambitions, and he done wrong and misunderstanding. So that time he tried to do normal, but that time he very too late, and this flow is out of control of them, and that time he starting to go toward downfall. His a catharsis. His a catharsis is divided in uh, two part, like pity and fear. So first pity, when audience is see, so that time he feel the sympathy for the suffering of a central character, because when he also aware about that something is happen with everyone's life. Then fear, the audience feel anxiety over the hero's vulnerability, and recognize that a similar downfall could happen to anyone. Catharsis allow the audience to process these intense emotions in a controlled environment, leading to emotional balance and insight. Then moral or philosophical message. Uh, Classical tragedy reflects the tension between fate and free will. Uh, we also know that classical tragedy is uh, very follow the structure of the drama. So in that last human can get the moral or philosophical message, while the hero's downfall in is influenced by fate. It also stem from their own choice and flaws. Tragedy highlight human vulnerability and the limit of human control, offering moral and philosophical insight into justice and human nature. The hero's suffering often reflect the broader moral order of the universe, reinforcing the idea that human actions have consequences. Key characteristic of absurd theater: plot structure. When we see Martin Eslin's The Theater of the Absurd, so that time he say that how the absurd theater is break the structure of classical drama, like first is the plot structure, like uh, classical drama is always follow the clear beginning, middle, and end. In the beginning of uh, like in the classical literature, beginning is a introduction of heroes, and then middle is a uh, Hamarsan, and in the end like he's follow the downfall. But in the absurd theater have a no clear beginning, middle, or end. So that time that type beginning or ending is a starting to create a confusion, and in the end also no have anything change. Then existential themes reflect the philosophy of Camus' myth of Sisyphus. We also aware about the Albert Camus myth of Sisyphus, which describe the story that of one king of which name is Sisyphus, and he God gave the punished Sisyphus, and give the punishment to the burden the big stone on the hill, but he can't success in the work. And when he done this work, so that time stone suddenly downfall from the hill. So due to his Sisyphus weight, so his describe that how people life is suffering and struggling in the life, and especially in the we believe in the God, but that time we believe in the which type things we have never we will never come, and we also suffer from these things. Then dialogues and actions: repetitive, illogical, and fragmented speech pattern. Characters often misunderstand each other, and inaction or meaningless actions reflect existential disappear. Then structural difference: classical tragedy first is a follow the unity of time, place, and actions. As I mentioned that Aristotle structure that one time, one place, and actions, but so no have a unity, and structure is a follow the fragmentation. And in the classical tragedy, logical cause and effect of plot. So when we see the plot, so story is all events is connected with each other, and first story is joined with the second story, and all the events is give the logical cause and philosophical meaning and message, while absurd theater is totally illogical, and his plot is a is a circular plot. And in the classical tragedy, defining beginning, middle, and end, it's very structural for follow the very structural in the beginning, middle, and end of the central character. But while the we see absurd theater, so have a no clear resolution. Then a classical tragedy, heroes downfall linked to moral failing, and absurd theater, characters' action are meaningless. This is the image of dramas. And then philosophical difference. Classical tragedy, first moral order and justice. Based on Aristotle poetics, it's a reflect a universe governed by moral laws. Action have consequences, and justice is ultimately served. In the classical tragedy, uh, moral order and justice in the classical tragedy follow the idea that universe pain and suffering and struggling is a help to uh, establish a new idea in the universe, while absurd theater, a lack of inherent meaning, reflect the existentialist idea. As I mentioned, that it's a questioning on the existential of the human and God also, and question on the God said that we also waiting of these things we will never come, and suggesting that life has no clear purpose or meaning. Suffering and responsibility in the classical tragedy, the hero's downfall stem from their own flaw, hamartia, or misjudgment. Suffering teaches moral lessons and reinforces the idea of the human responsibility. The hero is follow uh, uh, the hero is go toward downfall due to his ambition, anger, and some misunderstanding. And absurd theater, arbi- arbitrary and unresolved suffering. Character face confusion and disappear without any logical cause. Their struggles remains unresolved, highlight the randomness of existence. As example, famous Samuel Beckett's The Waiting for the God. And we also mention in the suffering and responsibility like Macbeth. And classical tragedy, reinforcement of moral structure. The tragic outcome restores balance and order in the universe. Catharsis, emotional release, is experienced by the audience through pity and fear. While absurd theater, absence of justice or order. Unlike classical tragedy, absurd theater reject the nation of moral order. Events unfold without reason, and characters' action have no clear outcome. Similarity of both. First is a human suffering. In the literature world, both that means classical tragedy and absurd theater explore the pain and struggle of human existence, while classical tragedy is portrays suffering as a result of personal flaw or fate. It's believe that our fate and desire is control the universe and human beings, while absurd theater is a show suffering as a random and meaningless. Then second is the emotional response. Both evoke the powerful emotions. A classical tragedy is aimed to create pity and fear, offering catharsis, while absurd theater, on the other hand, evoke anxiety, confusion, and sometimes dark humor, highlighting the uncertainty of life. Then is a human actions versus fate. Both genre address the tension between human choice and external forces. In classical tragedy, fate ultimately shape the outcome. In absurd theater, human actions seem futile in Classical tragedy emphasize the role of fate, moral responsibility, and catharsis, where the hero's downfall follow the hamartia, while and it reflect human vulnerability and the search for justice within a structural moral order. While classical tragedy is different from this absurd theater, which follow the perfect structure and give the moral message of the world to live a life. This is the reference. Thank you. Have any